is going on, y'all? You know it's 1700 here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, when the tornado sirens start going off. So I do apologize. You can hear that in the background. Welcome. Hope everyone is having a fabulous weekend. We got Beast, we got Plotto, we got Apocalypse all ready and set to go on Discord with some interesting topics to talk about today. Mad Mania, Suck, Tesh, New Jack, Only Farmer. We're gonna just get right to it. We're gonna bring in the boys. What's up, gentlemen? If chat can let me know if they can. Nope, they can't hear them yet because I did not unmute that channel. Hang on. All right, let's try this now. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Good. Boom, boom, baby.
Hey.
UAE says he loves this sound. The tornado sirens will be done in a minute or two. My apologies again.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, what's that in the background? Is that like...
At noon every Saturday, the tornado sirens, they do the test. And I live like 3 blocks from the school, so...
Tornado sirens. How American.
Yeah.
How Midwest of you.
I guess. So, yeah, we already got 24 people watching. Guys, remember to smash that like button. I'm going to drop some links to Apple, Beast, and Plotto in the chat. If you're not already subscribed to those guys, head on over there and subscribe. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it as well. But thank you all for tuning in today. We got some topics to discuss this morning, this afternoon, this evening. God, that's annoying. I would close my window, but it's such a nice day.
How long does the siren usually last?
Like 2 minutes. It should be done any second here. And then we can start rocking and rolling through these topics.
I wanted to hear the audio on your stream. Audio, like in the background. I don't hear anything else.
You know, and my wife was cleaning the house, and I'm like, can you vacuum by my office here very quickly? Because I'm streaming it at noon. Oh, yeah. And then literally, as soon as I hit unmute on my mic, the fucking tornado sirens started going off.
That's hilarious, yeah.
What's up, Pete? It should be about done. It really, really should.
I thought it was like your computer fan right next to your mic or something. I don't know.
No. If my computer fan was making a racket like that, you better believe I would have switched it up. There they go. They're starting to die down.
Yeah. Ooh.
So, lots going on in the community lately. I want to kind of start out with and I joke, right? But the 2489 KVK. We've got Apocalypse here. He still sounds like he is in need of another 14 hours of sleep. So thank you, Apo, for waking up and making it to the podcast. I know it's like 5 a.m. there in New Zealand. But how you doing?
Hey, good question. How I'm doing? First of all, thanks for having us.
Oh man, where's the boom boom energy?
Yeah.
It's gone after so long fighting, man.
The boom boom energy is still here. It's just good question. How I'm feeling? I'm feeling okay. Just feeling kind of tired, to be honest. Exhausted, but pretty proud. That's what I would say.
Y'all went crazy. You fought your asses off against overwhelming odds there in the end. If you had to look back, what's one thing you think that you guys could have done differently?
Good question. I think I would say, honestly, I want to take this opportunity at the beginning of the podcast just to do a couple of words here. As a player in 2489, I know how tough it is as a leadership. I'm not going to come here and say what should have done better. But the only thing I would say, maybe the timing of the KVK registration would have made a big difference. We just came out of a KVK. That's what people don't see. And, I'm not a big fan of talking and making my case, but it's not. if you look about it, we just finished 1960 KVK. It maybe looked like a recovery KVK, which is not really. You guys seen me in my last stream. I was getting, like, most of us getting raked. Even though we just finished 1960, the registration for this KVK was very quickly. I did not expect it to be that huge. As you guys saw me, I was opening my bag. Never seen me doing that in my KVK. It shows you that the preparation was not in place, preparing us for a huge KVK. But that said, I just also would like to mention, like, how amazing, even though some of us were not at their 100% capacity, the performance that was brought to that KVK is absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I'm never gonna fucking be quiet. I'm always gonna be boom, boom, baby. We're coming. Overall, I feel happy. Really.
Yeah, you all fought your hearts out. Beast, I don't know if you watched that KVK at all. What's your take on it?
I didn't watch Red KVK that much, to be honest. But I think 2489, what I saw, they won, right?
They lost.
The King's Stand. Wait, what? They lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, reading it? Or are you...
No, he's being serious. Yeah, in the past couple of days, things kind of turned.
Yeah, I didn't was watching at all. So that's crazy. The time when I watched, I saw Ray was winning. When I was just watching. I think what I can say overall is was a heavy KVK to watch. I saw a lot of streaming, a lot of content there. So I assume there was a lot of fighting going on. Also from sounding from Apple, it was very exhausting. Yeah, it was from the map looks crazy. To be honest, I didn't expect that they actually gonna lose. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I cannot tell that much. I didn't watch the KBK, so I don't want to say anything which is not true or something. So,
Flato?
Yeah. Usually in KVKs, well, one thing is I think there's a lot of drama going into this KVK because of the nature of the allies. In Siege of Orleans, usually, the Picardy camp and usually the camps were 2489 and 1484. If you're in that position, that means you are the top two powerful in terms of matchmaking in that KVK. So you usually see them not ally with each other, which cause a lot of drama, because essentially both of those camps have access to both Zone 6s, while the other 4 camps, they only have access to one Zone 6. So essentially the allies were split up from the beginning of KVK. So one could imagine that it would be pretty tough for the 4 to really regroup and kind of fight unified, just because of the fact that they're not even together. They can't even. The first time that you can regroup with your allies is actually in Orleans in this KVK. If you are from the right side and you're allied to someone on the left side. So, most people, when going into Orleans, a lot of people thought this was going to be an easy KVK, myself included, for 2489 and 1484, just because of the fact that the allies are split. And because the allies are split, you could kind of, focus on the 2 on the right, which is what they did, 2010, 1979, and, all the other KDs on that side. And I thought that, once they pulled them out of Ile-de-France, which is the right Zone 6, that it would have been over. You know what I mean? Most people would have sat down, they got pushed out, they can't go into Kingsland. Most people would have pouted and just called it quits. But shout out to those kingdoms to the right, and shout out to the kingdoms on the left as well. All 4 of the kingdoms, even though they weren't the most powerful KDs, they are versing the 2 most powerful KDs. They came together and they worked together. And the funniest thing is, before this KVK started, I was talking about how in Orleans the pass 7s are the most useless pass ever, because usually in a normal Orleans, once Orleans is over, the KVK is over. So whoever has the Kingsland is usually like, all right. They usually could push out the rest of the opponents, and then the KVK is over. But to the Force credit, they kept pushing during when the past 7 opened, allowing for the people on the right side to actually make it over to the left zone 6, allowing them to regroup, allowing them to have a united front to push. And kind of like there's just after that moment when the right side of the 4 started pushing, there's just way too many holes for 2489 1484 to patch up, because there's just so many fronts in this KVK that I'm sure Apple, you ran out of teleports. There's just so many places to teleport. Your farm alliances are all over the place. You have to stay up because there's so many different KDs you're fighting against. They might have different up times, all that stuff. To the point where they were actually able to out resource and outmaneuver 2489 and 1484 to where they 1484 and 2489 were exhausted, and they eventually lost Orleans. So that would not be possible without the 4 side actually being resilient, being like, okay, you know what, we can still win this KVK. We got kicked out of Orleans, we got kicked out of Zone 6, but just because that happened doesn't mean the KVK is over. And they never gave up, and that's essentially how they won the KVK.
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of summarized the action right on the head, right? I mean, for starters, 2489 did an absolutely fantastic job. They left it all on the field. They were there fighting for nearly 14 days straight, if not more. 1484 was there putting in their valiant effort as well. I think toward the end, they kind of petered out. They had a lot of people that were really, really low on resources and speed ups. Understandable. They have been fighting for a long, long time. I think 1188, 525, they played the strategy to their advantage. They were fresh going into Kingsland, and they used that to their advantage. Once Kingsland was lost for them, they continued, like you said, to push through that past 7 and come down and go in through the back door, which that got 2010 and 79 then in there as well. So it's basically 4 kingdoms against 1 at that point in time. But I mean, just to see the toxicity on Facebook, to hear about the toxicity in Lost Kingdom chat, it's a joke, right? These guys fought their asses off. They deserve nothing but respect from the entire community. Well, other than 2133, which I'm very disappointed that 2133 with 32 billion power is even in Kingsland, is even touching the ziggurat. That makes no sense to me.
When we talk about the matchup, I told you guys 2133 is not going to show up. It's just like I've seen so many KVKs where everyone's like, oh, 2133, so much power, but yeah, they just don't contribute that much.
I mean, if I was 1188, if I was 525, if I was any of these other kingdoms on that side of the fence, I would tell them to get the fuck out of Kingsland. They didn't do shit. I mean, let's be real. They didn't do shit. I think Only Farmer said on her stream yesterday that a lot of their players went to fight 2133 when they actually did poke their nose out because they were easy to kill. So that kingdom's got problems more than just being easy to kill. If they're at 32 billion power and they remain a top A seed in Imperium Kingdom, they're going to meet these top kingdoms again in the future, and it's not going to bode well for them. So I'm just my honest opinion here, right? I think 2049, I think what they could have done better, and I don't know if it would have helped, is to blockade that past 7 a little bit better than they had. I think they hit Kingsland, and I saw 12-inch, and I saw other folks saying, hey, game over, we win. Not quite. Not quite. But, my hat's off. I know I got a lot of content out of this KVK. Thank you to all the kingdoms who participated other than 2133. All right. Next on the agenda here New commanders. We got a couple of new commanders coming to the game, and they have something new with them called Smite damage. I don't know if you guys have looked at those commanders yet. If you know anything about Smite damage, I honestly had to watch a few other content creator videos this morning to even try and understand what Smite damage was. But if one of you guys can explain what Smite damage is to a 52-year-old man with a 6th grade education, I would be open to it. Let's fire off with Beast first.
So Smite damage, from my explanation, is he was having overtime skill damage, which was getting more damage by improving the skill damage, right? Smite damage is basically also damage, skill damage, which is improving by normal attack damage, from my understanding. So we're gonna have basically a new type of skill damage, which gonna require on a different buff, which gonna maybe change the whole meta. I'm very interested into that, and it's gonna be actually exciting if that gonna take over the damage with skill damage. Is that gonna be better than the current skill damage what we was having? Also the new commanders looking good, and yeah. Does that make sense for you, Lambo? How
Sure.
that works?
Sure. Afo?
Sorry, it's just Dash.0 came to the chat and he said, I can't believe 2489 and 484 lost to such an easy gimmick. I love Dash.0.
He's a troll.
Crack up. Guys, Smite damage from my side, sorry. At the moment, I've watched so many videos. I tried to do a bit of digging just to find like more information, and I really couldn't find much. So for me, I think the best way to understand that Smite damage would be us actually having a look once it come out, because I don't know, like, you know, we have runes that sees, for example, we have like armament, for example, that says, you know, there is chance to reduce the normal attack. Yeah, there is a lot of things that there's a lot of buffs and debuff towards the normal attack, but I've never seen any buffs or debuffs around the smite attack. So is the smite attack is something debuffable? You can't debuff that. Can you get, you know, can you reduce the damage, the smite damage? Can you? I don't know. So at the moment, it's all pretty much we just waiting to see what's gonna happen. This is how I see it.
Vlado, do you understand it?
Yeah.
You're the college educated one, right?
Yeah.
Wait, am I the only one with a university bachelor's? But it's practically the same thing as skill damage, but it uses normal attack buffs instead of skill damage buffs. So a lot of people were talking about formations and how it's been really wedge formation focused. And then this is going to definitely help promote arch formation. So if you're an infantry player, I'm sure they're going to actually bring this to more than just infantry commanders. But yeah, save up your arch formations. Don't just delete them as I have been. Actually, arch formation is actually going to be pretty good. And one thing about smite damage that is pretty interesting is in Rise of Kingdoms right now, there's a lot of skill damage buffs. There's a lot of skill damage debuffs. There's a lot of things revolving around skill damage. It's been a skill damage meta. And it has been for a very long time. The more skill damage you have, the more AoE skill damage in particular, the easier it is to wipe open field just because you're hitting so many other targets. What this allows is, it's not only skill damage, but rather it's a skill that has AoE, five targeted troops in an arc for this new commander. But it scales off of normal attack damage. So that means your Williams won't be debuffing the extra skill damage it would have taken and all that kind of stuff. So it won't get buffed by extra skill damage, but it also won't be debuffed by the skill damage decreases out in the open field. So essentially, it's like kind of this brand new skill, making players kind of have to play around the arch formation, and there's probably going to be more commanders out there that have more normal attack damage. There's a lot of commanders out there, as there is, that actually revolve around normal attack damage. The only reason why they haven't been meta is because they can't clear the open field the same way skill damage commanders can, just due to the fact that you can only target one person at a time with normal attack damage. What smite damage does, it allows it's essentially like skill damage, but it allows for those normal attack damage commanders to be usable. So you might see more Alexes out there, etc., etc. So that's kind of what I've been seeing in terms of this commander is, yeah, the normal attack damage might actually be usable out in the open field, and it's not just all a bunch of skill damage. I mean, it's still skill damage as smite damage, if that makes sense. It opens up the field more to arch formation and all that kind of stuff.
So things like Silent Trial be useless against these commanders. Well, no, I guess you're debuffing rage. Yeah. You're not debuffing actual.
Silent Trial will still be good.
Okay.
But things like, isn't GG like just more normal attack damage, like Greatest Glory? Like, there's gonna be some interesting. There's definitely gonna be some interesting uses for the normal attack, because it's been in the game for so long, but no one's been using it just due to the fact that like there hasn't really been a use for it. But now that there's the smite damage, and you could deal damage to multiple troops and be useful out in the open field, I'm expecting it to be a lot more prevalent. So get Greatest Glory and normal attack damage increased by 5%. I'm pretty sure that would stack alongside the smite damage, because smite damage is affected by bonuses to normal attack damage instead of skill damage. So Greatest Glory would actually increase the amount of damage you're doing with your smite damage. So yeah.
So if I'm planning to go all in on Tariq on the next MGE and finish him, maybe wait and do the Garrison Lady instead.
I guess so. Yeah. Tariq is still good, but yeah, it's essentially like skill damage. But if I were to like make it super simple, smite damage is skill damage, but it's essentially just skill damage, but it doesn't get boosted or nerfed by all the skill damage buffs. It gets boosted and nerfed by normal attack damage. So like Greatest Glory is actually just an extra 5% damage for these skills and all that kind of stuff. Like if you see plus normal attack damage, it actually gives smite damage more damage, if that makes sense.
I mean, I think if it's straight up attack damage, right, then that's going to benefit the Garrison or a rally more so, especially if it's getting sworn, than skill damage does, right? So these may be top tier, and there's Redline coming in with 5 gifted. Thank you, Redline. Appreciate you. There's the option then to use those in Garrison and Rally, right? You just got to get that arch equipment. And we were talking about this earlier. Did Lilith do this because everybody's done buying the armaments packs because they've all got their wedge formations all decked out, and now they want everyone to buy arch formation? We'll see. If they start coming out with cavalry and archers with smite damage, I think that's probably the case. But like anything, time will tell. I think it's weird that they're doing the one free commander, and I'm always hesitant with when Lilith gives us a free commander. They've never given us a free commander that's been overpowered, so we'll have to see how he does on the field. I'm certainly not maxing him anytime soon, but we'll think on it. We'll think on it depending on our KVK for the Garrison commander, at least.
Yeah. That the open field commander is probably not going to be a top like instant max. If you have 2 infantry pairs, that's kind of where I've been seeing like the first pair would be like Guan and CPO, for example, and then if you have 2 infantry pairs, it would be Guan Sargon and then CPO with the said new commander type of vibe. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to touch a wee thing here on the new commander. It looks like gonna be the new Zenobia, to be honest. This is what
and
it looks
and
like to me.
Gorgio, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. And I've never seen a commander that comes with that much in the first skill. Was the smite damage. We're seeing what? Smite damage, normal attack, counter attack, skill damage taken reduction. Man, what the heck? What the heck?
Yeah,
and don't be too overpowered, because really every couple of months you feel like the every investment you made was not a very successful investment. It's just how it feels, is it?
and what
People that
you?
expertise Dido, how do you feel? It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I expertise Tito.
Yeah,
You put her in a KVK like Orleans or Warriors Unbound when you get those extra skills. That should be interesting.
Yeah, man. I don't know if it's gonna stand. I've just finished that KVK. That was fuck, man. Tough.
So I don't know if you saw. I know Chisgo put out a video on it. It was one of the few videos I saw because he was actually included in the conversation with the developers about their plan changes for equipment. And the way I understood it is everything they announced about equipment previously, about level 50 equipment, doing refunds, this, that, and the other thing, they were throwing in the trash. And they were going to do equipment so that if you've got it done and you've got it iconic, you can level up the equipment. Did you guys all see that video? If so,
Yeah.
What's your take on it, Flato?
Yeah.
I think it's a better change than what they were proposing, where it's just brand new equipment. All the stuff you've been working on is useless. So the initial change that they wanted was to increase, like, just make brand new equipment that's better than the current equipment, but you couldn't upgrade your current equipment, so you would just have to scrap your current equipment with the iconic and maybe the special talents, get the materials back, and then craft the new stuff and start from scratch. And a lot of people were mad about that. I think this change that they, like, these, I think they said it's like an iconic tiered system, so there's like iconic 1, iconic 2, iconic 3. I think the upgrades it makes more sense with how the game has been played, and that's one of the things I said about the armament system in the video I made, is Rise of Kingdoms has always been a game about incremental value, investing in things incrementally instead of just, starting from scratch or whatnot. Like the gear that we have, it's all been, we crafted it, and then we either crit it or we refined it so that it's crit. We won KVKs, we got 30 million kill points to get these iconic crystals, expecting that investment would, go long term. So that initial change really threw that out of the window. But now, because of all the complaints, and I guess it's a good sign that Lilith is listening, with all the complaints about, this new gear, that they're remaking the system so that instead of creating new gear, you could upgrade the gear that you currently have, by, I think it was using materials as well as a blueprint of the gear, so that you can increase the level of it, making the current gear that you have more powerful. And I think that's better, especially for the older players around, because for you older players, you've had these gears for a long time, expecting that they're going to be usable, and they still will be. So,
Appo, you agree?
I agree. I agree with Pluto. But the thing about it is, like, just hear me out. Like, because I'm that guy. Like, you're gonna release new equipment, okay? What about the people that did not save their iconic? What about the people that have been working on the new Marsh? It fucking sucks, because in the same time, you have to find new blueprints now. You have to find new equipment, material. You have to have enough material, and then we're gonna have to work on special talent. It is a big thing. it is when you add new equipment, it is quite a hassle, especially not for play to win. It's mostly for free to play. You know, they already started to get an advantage, and then once this getting close, boom. And the other thing is releasing new equipment means the old equipment. I do appreciate what Pluto was saying, but it's also we don't know until we see it. Is the new equipment gonna come and take over the old equipment? Because we've been noticing that the new commanders come and they clearly take over older commanders. They exceed the amount of damage. They exceed a lot of things. They're more versatile. They're more unique commanders. But on the other hand, are we gonna see the same thing with equipment? So all the equipment I made, maybe it's not gonna be good enough. I want to know. You know what I
Well,
mean? And this is the
there's
kind of
there's no new equipment, right? Or did I misunderstand something? There's no new equipment. You can level up existing iconic equipment.
so. So just for me to understand here, the update that they came up and saying they released new equipment, they put that in the rubbish. I know they're gonna evolve the equipment.
They threw that in the trash.
Okay, sorry, because I'm updating the KVK. So now the proposal is that they are evolving the equipment, so we can evolve pretty much our equipment, make them
Correct.
a little bit stronger.
Yeah, like you can level up commanders, you'll be able to level up equipment.
Oh fuck! Well, you're not gonna be watching Apocalypse Gaming, guys.
But yeah, I mean, in order,
Upgrading my equipment.
at least my understanding, and I think Plato was echoing the same thing, is like, if I want to upgrade, this piece of equipment, this Dragon's Breath plate that I have special talented and iconic, I would need another full blueprint and some number of materials to level it up to the next level.
It's crazy. And the other thing is, I asked customer service. I went and asked, "Hello, good morning. Where are my refunded material that I'm expected to get? They're already in the update. Your equipment came up cheaper. They already cheaper in the shop right now, but we didn't see our discounted or our refunded material." And when I asked them, they told me, "Oh, it will be a special update about that, and we're gonna get back to you guys. Thanks for your patience." What do you mean? You already the update been through. The equipment people can do it right now for cheaper. I'm in disadvantage. Where is my material? No answer. That's not good enough.
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that. Beast,
Yeah.
thoughts?
It's I agree with Apple and I agree with Clodo. I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. Like, if I would bring out over time new equipment, new stuff, right? It would be an advantage for a newer player because they could try to get that instead of making all the old equipment. If that is better than new equipment. But on the other point is if they would have make that all the current equipment what we all have for older players and the new equipment would be better, it would be kind of shit then for them because then they crafted that basically, you know, and now they need to remove it and look for the new stuff. So I'm like 50-50. I would probably give a full opinion once that is in the game, and we have a clear look on that. Otherwise, I really feel like us 50-50 right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a wait and see point. It's not gonna change what I'm doing with my equipment right now. I still want to get my second archer set done and get that all special talented, etc., etc. I think it's good that they're listening to players. What concerns me is I don't know who they're listening to, right? You know, okay, so you've got players meeting with the developers. Okay, give us a list of players. You know, give us a list of players that we can send our feedback to so that they can take it to Lilith and it's not just a handful of players who knows, maybe they're all Krakens, you know, so it's something and they have different opinions than other players who are playing the game. So, I mean, it's great they're listening to people. Don't get me wrong. The thing is, though, we all need some sort of representation there. I didn't see them solicit feedback from people to provide to this set of individuals who met with the developers, right? So are those people really conveying to the development team what the entire community wants, or are they conveying what they want to see in the game? God only knows. I like the fact that you're going to be able to level up equipment better than them just dropping new equipment out there and saying, okay, if you want this, if you want to replace a helmet that you've already got iconic, you got to dismantle your helmet and you're screwed on your iconic crystal. That's better in my opinion. But I mean, time will tell. We'll see. And I did put Apo's message up here on the screen that the material refund is delayed. We will send a separate system email to explain in detail later. Please be patient. And that was on September 8th, so we're talking roughly 8 or 10 days ago, right? Okay. Their players that they choose are their hired marketing strategists.
How about new players? This is so good. Seeing Manning here coming in the chat and saying, how about the new players? How the fuck do you feel about it? I didn't even think about that. They made the game a lot further for them to catch up.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's going to make account buying and selling much more prevalent.
Exactly. And we have seen it time and time again. Many people go buy accounts, and when it comes to KVK, they can't even get their troops out of the fucking city, not fight. They can't even get them out of the city. Buying an account doesn't mean you're going to be an incredible player. You have to know how to play this game. You need to understand the skills. You need to understand how it works. And play with a big account. Understand the cost of T5 before you go ahead and go and do that. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I think we've seen many accounts that have been purchased and put to waste.
Absolutely, man.
Then, I mean, there are other players, though, like Arvix, who buy accounts left and right, and they put those to good use. So.
Well, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the game is a business, like Stitch is saying in chat. I think a lot of this is, a lot of players like Baba, like MF, we're not buying those geared up bundles anymore. They are again, because they know changes are coming. They're going to be able to level up this equipment. They're going to need materials. They're going to need blueprints to do it. So, and that's the same with the arch formation and smite damage. Their Lilith is looking to maximize their profits. Okay. So we got a couple of KVKs coming up here, right? We've got a 1960 KVK. Plato, you're in this one. And that's 1960, 2377, 1671 versus 2268, 1034, 1606, 2891, and 1875. So that's a 3 versus 5. As I understand it, this matchup came out 10 minutes after the kingdoms were announced. Yeah. So it sounded like there was a lot of pre-planning going on here, and it was pretty much a take it or leave it type of diplomacy. This is the matchup. If you guys don't like it, then don't fight. Kudos to the kingdoms in blue here, including 2268 and 1034. I don't think any of them said, well, fuck it. If this is the matchup, we're just going to stay in our zone. We're going to farm. I think they're still willing to come out and fight and give it their all. I think this will still be a solid KVK. But it's just, another KVK to watch, right? I mean, it concerns me if the matchup was predetermined. For the simple fact that, one, how do you know who's going to be in the matchup? And two, come on, give everybody a chance to do that level of diplomacy. What if 2268 had a serious beef with 1606 and they absolutely did not want to partner with them? Maybe the changes in the future will help with that they announced, where you can not blacklist a kingdom, but you can put them on the hostile list or whatever it's called. But it doesn't give me a warm fuzzy feeling. Maybe start with Beast on this one.
Man, I'm very excited for this KVK. It's probably the biggest KVK what we're gonna have in 2023. 8 Imperial Kingdoms in there is 3 versus 5. Holy shit. from what I saw, there was also some drama going on. And I don't know, the 1960 and 2377 on the same team is already heavy. It's a crazy matchup. I would probably, I don't know if that actually a fair matchup in my opinion. Maybe a 4 vs war would have been better. And I don't know, like we have here a couple of kingdoms in there which just coming out of heavy KVKs. And I'm very excited to see what we're gonna have in this KVK, especially for the later zones, how each team gonna prepare and how they gonna team up. And I'm very excited.
And Fish did come out and chat and say that there was a voting system. Every kingdom was allowed 2 votes, and that 1034, what were his exact words? Sadly, the voting result disappeared and 1B refused to publish it. So, Plato being in 2260, did you hear anything about a voting system?
I'm not in Diplo or anything, so I don't really know exactly what went down. I just hear the murmurs of what, everyone's been saying about how there was 60 GT members going around different platforms saying this is the matchup 10 minutes after the map comes out, and it so happens that that was the matchup. I don't know anything about what happened in the Diplo chat, but at the end of the day, like, it's one of those things where we, like, as the 5, like, we could sit down and just bullshit and, like, use this as, like, oh, like, we're going to what do you call it, like, we're gonna sit down and just, like, use this as an excuse not to play. It's a game at the end of the day. We got our matchup, we got our allies, all of that's over and done with. So my mindset right now is just, let's just play the fucking KVK. Let's just do the KVK. We got what we have, and from there we just gotta play our KVK. And after the KVK, if we want to talk about matchmaking and all that stuff, then so be it. But right now, like, I don't want to use that as a distraction. So I don't know exactly what happened. I don't think, like, there's been things said by both sides, and that's what the drama's been. But I mean, like, if you want to live in the drama, then so be it. But and in my perspective, we have a KVK to play. So
Apo says, "Pass me the mic." So it's in your hands, Apo.
All right. Look, I just wanna hear me out. Just hear me out. Before when this KVK came out, before I go research, go look into the kingdom. At the beginning, I said, "What the fuck? This is bullshit." Is 1034 really as strong as 1960? Is it actually stronger? And then I took time in my live stream to actually go look at 1034. And guys, I just want to tell you something. If you did not actually take time to go specifically through the kingdom and look at the alliance and the players available in that kingdom, I'm sorry, but you need to understand, this kingdom has insane amount of top quality player. So many top quality players that are very strong. They are very high spenders. Every aspect of the game they have. There is no excuse with 1034 after sleeping for 3-4 KVKs to not have a big KVK against 1960. I do understand people look into numbers and stuff, but again, 1034 is the major part in that KVK. It's the reality of it. And when at the start I looked at it, I did say maybe that doesn't look even, but when you look closer into it, there is a side to it that looks pretty even. And the second part of that, so we're not gonna get it right. Before that KVK started, we already seen messages that 1034 were reaching out to make pre-diplomacy before KVK. We gotta be fair too. I've seen these messages on Facebook when Leo posted it, and I don't think Leo is a liar. I'm just a man was just kind of, respecting the game. I don't think these people became leaders and successful leaders because they are lawyers. So we saw that 1034 was trying to make allies with pre-KVK, and there's evidence of it.
that it would be stupid of 1960 if anybody thinks that they're gonna sit down there and watch their kingdom going to lose KVK because of someone tried to make pre KVK allies or reorganize something. So they have to play with the same weapon. They have to be the same. So I'm sorry if everybody, if some people think that 1960 went ahead and did that. I do hear you. Maybe some people think, oh, diplomacy was too pre-attempted, was pretty fast. I do hear you. But in the same time, you gotta look at what led to this. Where was this KVK going? Everybody in the community was more than 90% sure that this KVK gonna go. And let me tell you something. I actually seen a post on Discord that had the exact same kingdoms more than 8 hours before the matchmaking was happening. But I do understand there's individual kingdoms in this KVK that can really be struggling. 1875 just had a huge KVK. 1606 just had a huge KVK. 2377 just had a huge KVK. But we know that there's some of this kingdom can recover very well, and some kingdom can't recover very well. But my opinion here, let's not get hold up into the diplomacy a lot, because it happened in my KVK, and it actually made us forget what the actual purpose of what we're doing. So on this one, I want to sit back. I want to look at this KVK. I like Pluto Seed, and and you know, Pluto, I appreciate you, and I follow you because you are drama free, man, and I do appreciate that. I'm not saying that because we're sitting here, but it's the truth. You know, you stay away from drama, and I do respect you about that. At the end of KVK, we can come back here and sit down, and we can go back and say, okay, well, look at the result. There was no fight. There was no competitive. There was no chance here. So maybe we were right. Maybe some people were right, and maybe some people were wrong. That's how I see things. But going ahead and saying, all right, this is blah, I think we need to wait, because if you believe 1960 had pre-attempted allies pretty quickly and told them this is how it is, tough luck. Well, Team 34 went to this KVK already know who their allies pretty much, because they went ahead before KVK and tried to attempt reaching out. So that's how I see it myself. But on the other hand, this KVK gonna be epic. As a content creator, or most of us here will be very excited for a huge KVK. Will give us time to interact with the community, build wider community, and help out. That's my take on that one.
So, I mean, based on what people were telling me previously, based on what Fish is saying in chat, based on the Discord message that I displayed from A in chat or on the stream, right? Let's just chalk it up as a clusterfuck of diplomacy, and we'll sit back and we'll enjoy the fights.
Yeah, I mean, from what Appo's saying, from what people are saying, from what Pro's saying in the chat, like both teams tried to pre-allies. So if both there's in Rise of Kingdoms, it feels like everyone thinks it's like a black and white answer, like, oh, this person's right, this person's wrong. When in reality, everything is usually in the gray. Like usually both sides have done something. I'm sure like there's been like things done from both sides. So at the end of the day, that I like what you said. It's just the Diplo is already done. We already have the allies. Let's just go into the KVK and play it, and then from there we could talk about whatever. But
sounds like a plan to me. That's the last I will mention diplomacy for this KVK on my live streams.
Limbo, me and you can sit down and have a yarn about it. That's okay.
Sounds like a plan. We'll crack open a beer after you get 14 more hours of sleep, and we'll discuss. Cool. So we've got another KVK where passes just opened, right? That's the 1365 1093 KVK. As I understand it, because I went to spectate this and nothing was going on. Nobody was fighting anyone. It was just a bunch of pass humping. So it looks like everybody is just holding off until the big kingdoms can help them fight the other big kingdoms. I don't know where this KVK is going, but it should be another good one. I wanted to see 1093 against 1365 one-on-one, but it looks like none of the smaller kingdoms are trying to fight them from the first pass opening. Any thoughts here? We'll start with Appo this time.
All right, Marcus was up. I get to say the starts. Sorry, I was writing in the chat. So, are we talking about GST and 93? Is that right?
Yes, sir. The KVK.
This is really this is really, really the KVK here. Even though I know the community is very excited about 1960 KVK, but guys, this KVK gonna be crazy. This is the biggest two kingdom in number and players out in one KVK. But again, people came to my stream and said, "Man, it's gonna be huge past four." I said, "That fuck no, it ain't gonna be nothing." After what we seen in our KVK, do you think they're gonna be a lot many kingdoms fighting in past four? Fuck no. The KVK we just witnessed of 2489 is a great lesson to a lot of players or a lot of leaders. And what we've seen in this 93 JSD KVK, nobody was at the pass. Hardly anything. There was like desert, really. But that said, I think this is gonna be one of the very, very, very interesting KVKs. JSD has a lot to prove after taking on 1960. Team 93, they always say they are the best. And to beat the best, you gotta be better. And this is what I'm waiting to see. Can JSD take out 93? I'm not gonna look at allies and diplomacy again because I also, you get too involved in these things. But I think like seeing half the map against half the map is a very positive diplomacy, And the numbers seem to be matching very nicely. I think we're gonna see a very, very, very nice battle. We have a lot in the community support 93. They have a huge fan base, and for me, I'm the middleman. I'm between them both. I have friends in both kingdoms. I have respectable kingdoms. I actually was going to join 1365. So yeah, big roots. I'm really excited. We're gonna have a lot of streams to do. It's gonna be fun time, team.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a lot of streams to do because we're registering for the next pop up, and I'll be in KVK myself.
Oh shit! But your time should just vary. But it's starring, man. I don't know how can you fight on a stream.
Yeah, right. Beast, your thoughts on this one? This KVK anyway?
That one gonna be also really interesting. I'm also very happy to see the battle between 1093 and 1365. It looks like also that 1093 is preparing to go into Elite France, where also 1365 is going in. 93P is building there towards the level 5 path. So maybe we're gonna have already in Elite France fighting between 1093 and 1365. Gonna be interesting to see if both sides actually gonna be fighting already in the in the zone 5, or if they just gonna full fighting in Kingsland. But from the preparing, from the building, it looks like that with the level 5 path opening, we're gonna have fighting, and that's gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna win, and which side gonna take over the zone there.
What's crazy is Arvix is in all these kingdoms. Plato, your thoughts on the KVK, and then roll right into Osiris League where they have a tiebreaker match tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that both kingdoms are versing each other in KVK, and they're versing each other for the Osiris League championship here for the realm of Horus. So, I don't think we'll see too much fighting in the Zone 6 in this KVK. I think it's all going to be going down to Orleans because 1365 and their allies are all in one side, and only 1093 can access that side. 1093's allies are all in one side. Only 1365 can access that side. So ultimately, I think it'll just go down to an Orleans fight. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both KDs seen as the two biggest Imperiums in the game in terms of just numbers. And a lot of people were saying in that last KVK where they last versed when 1093 was actually allied with 1960 that, man, they wish that they could just see 1365 verse one of 1960 or 1093. Now that we get that matchup, even though it's not a pure 1v1, I'm sure they'll both have creative liberty in terms of suggesting where allies should go, and how to play the map and where everyone should be in Orleans. So it should be a good KVK.
Sorry. Sorry.
Are you laughing at the poll?
Yes, I'm sorry, man. I will mute myself, team. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Plato. What's your take on OL then?
Osiris League.
Yeah.
It's just, man, it's too close. Like, how could you even pick between the two teams? It's literally the games have been hundreds of points differential. It feels, or maybe like one arc. Literally, just the last arc. Even the last game, JSC got the last arc, but 93T was able to win off provisions and structures. So it's too hard to tell. I don't know. I mean, the favorites are JST just from the betting. JST has been pretty dominant in the arc game. If they could stabilize the structure game, then I don't know. I feel like JST would probably be more favored, but yeah, we'll have to see.
A beast.
Man, I saw the match. Holy shit, they are so close. I mean, we saw that 93 can win the arcs, right? And they have a good structure game. It's crazy. The matches are so close, and it's such a like until the last minute, you're not knowing. Okay, does now coming a big Gera come back and bringing you 1K points and making the diff? It's so exciting to see, and I'm very hyped for the match tomorrow. I gonna watch that. Holy shit, man! It's very close, and I think it's gonna come down to every player's micromanagement in the battles, especially in the mid fights, but also how each team gonna do the structure game. You know, like one March can already make a difference when it's gonna jump into the garrison at the right spot and hold it like 1 minute more. You know, I think stuff like that gonna set down the match, and I think we're gonna have very exciting mid fight once again in the last match. I'm very excited to see if 93 can again take over the first arc like we did in the second game. And if they gonna make this the third game like the second game, then 93 gonna win, I think. But it's like Clodo said, it's hard to tell. It's gonna come down to every player's micromanagement, and I think it's gonna be like the second match, very very close, and very exciting to watch.
Your take, Capo?
Let's go. I will go down to basics. I've watched the first game. GST won. 93 tried to do something at the end, did not work. The second game, 93 went for the structure and left the middle, because we saw clearly in the first game that JST is not beatable in the middle by 93. So the third game is going to be what 93 can come up with in the last 10 minutes that can change that. And I'm telling you right now, I expect the teleport skill to be used in the last 15 minutes to manipulate something. But to be honest, guys, I deep down believe JST going to win this round. After watching them in the middle fight, I think they're very dominant, and I'm a kind of person that believe in size and quote. And it says, fool me once, good on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's what I think is going to be the case. Think it's going to be the case. And if 93 were able, I'm going to be, I will be up watching that even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but I can't miss it. Most likely we'll stream it too, but we'll see. But if 93 can come back with another trick and win that final, oh boy, it's going to send shockwaves throughout the community. Otherwise, both teams, cadeaus, and thanks for a great time.
Yeah, if 93 pulls it out, there's no 1v, there's no JST in the grand finals.
No, it's JST, baby. It's 93, baby. They
If
have to face 4089. Good luck to them.
I mean, the grand finals are shaping up to be something crazy, right? I mean, we're looking at 1960. We're looking at 2489.
Yep.
So
Holy shit, did they beat them? That
Yeah.
was a fucking upsetting birthday, bro. 8.9 million coins. Holy shit.
So it's gonna be. I mean, no matter who wins, I think this has been one of the best finals we've ever seen right here.
Yeah.
And whoever wins the grand finals, man, those matches are going to be phenomenal. So best of luck to both teams. I will say this: I guarantee you, with 100% certainty, whoever has the most points at the end wins.
True.
I mean, you could flip a coin here. Really, you could. Let me just pull the agenda back up here.
Here on the stream and still a second say to you guys, stop abusing me. I'm getting tired. But I fucking love it. Man, the amount of love I'm getting is fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck this KVK. People think I am 2489. People think I made the decisions. People think I put the flags. People think I made the markers. People think I made the war plane. I am fucking nothing. I'm a fucking nothing. It's so funny, man.
No, what do you mean? You are
Someone-
2039. You are the whole kingdom, I guess.
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard as, bro. You have no idea, really. Fuck.
So we got two.
What one thing? Someone said it in the chat. I think also like 93, in my opinion, deserves the banner. Like they doing overall the kingdom so good, right? They constantly doing top performance in Arc, in the KVKs. We're such a high organized kingdom, and I agree on the point that they definitely deserve the banner. Like in my opinion. I don't say with that JST didn't deserve it, but 93, you know, they just deserve it, man. They such a high organized kingdom, and it's always fun to watch what they're doing, and they definitely deserve it. That was the king, definitely, man. Let's go. That was king for 2489. Let's go, man. Come on, everyone vote for yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
So you okay? So I'm gonna kind of argue with there a bit, Beast. 1093 is a great kingdom, one of the best ever as far as KVKs go. Does that mean they deserve an Osiris League banner? You got to work for it. You got to get in there. You got to fight. You got to win it. If they win, they absolutely deserve it. If they lose, better luck next season.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that they should get a free win, but as a kingdom, you know, it would be. I get the point what you mean, but you know, you get what I mean, right? Like as a kingdom, it would just looking good for them to also have a fucking banner, because they're doing such a great performance in KVK, and they also very closely once again for getting a banner. So I would say I'm more on the side for 93, to be honest. So I hope we're winning and getting the deserved banner, in my opinion. And man, come on, 93, you get this.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I'm a 93 fanboy. I would love to see 93 win that. So we're changing it up a little bit this week. We're doing something a little different. We're going to do a rapid fire round. I got a series of questions for the guys, myself included, that we're going to fire through with 1, 2, 3, maybe one sentence responses. You're welcome to play along in chat. It's just some are fun questions, some are different questions, but it helps you get to know us a little bit better. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna go the same rotation every single time. We'll go Apo first, then Beast, then Plato, and then myself. Okay, kind of alphabetical order, I guess. But so starting with Apo, what are 3 words you would use to describe yourself?
Boom, boom, baby. I am the boom, boom, baby. I am the boom boom baby. Simple. Next question. Next person.
Beast.
Man. 3 words to describe myself. Loud. Uh, Energy. And it's hard to say because of the language barrier now. Kind.
Sure.
Let's go with kind.
Cool. Plato?
Wait, 3 words to like describe myself.
3 words to describe yourself.
I wish I had a slogan like "Boom Boom Baby." That's so good. I am a sheep.
What?
I am. Yo, I'm a sheep. I F2P, both of them, and
I
then
want Penta. If Penta here, he would have said fuck off. So I'm saying that on behalf of Penta.
Oh my gosh. I'm F2P, free to play and free to pay, and I don't know, value.
And I think my 3 words would be old fart dad.
You're okay.
I just one, I swear. I told my wife he would say fart when I was reading the fucking notes. I went,
Dad.
You know, if I made my YouTube channel, if I had to do it all over again, it would be old fart gaming.
Oh man.
Okay,
So, let's go back to the top again. Appa, what is one place you've always dreamed of going?
oh, I thought a lot about that one, and I really have a lot of places I would love to go to. But if you tell me the one place I would always dreamed of going, it's gonna have to be India, team.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I love culture and stuff, man. And I think a lot of things there I would love to see. And I love food, and I'm a big fan of the curry food. Yeah, I love Indian. I love there's a lot of things going on there. Would love to visit India. Would love to visit India.
Motto, small tiny threat.
You see Leo's 3 words for you, Plato?
Oh, a tiny threat.
Thank you for the 2 pounds, Leo. So India for Appa. What about you, Beast?
I always wanted to go to Rome in Italian, because it have also to do with the history behind that. Because I'm very interested into the Roman history and the Roman Empire and all that stuff. And so I would love to go there one time and visit the city of the beginning of the Roman Empire.
Nice. Plato? You're the travel guy. You've been to Greece recently. You've been to New York recently. You're
He's a
going to
love
California soon.
This is the love bird of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're I'm heading to LA and San Fran. Gonna meet up with hopefully Redline in the middle of our KVK, so I could delete his account. I think the one place I haven't been to that I think would be really nice would be Japan. That's a basic answer, but I've actually never been. I've been as a stopover. I ate as a kid, so I've never explored Japan. That's probably gonna be the next place I head to. Actually, one place that I think we're planning to go to is Indonesia, so I don't know. Maybe we'll include it in that trip.
And my answer is a little different. If there is one place that I would dream to go, it would be inside of Area 51. I want to see if the aliens are real, and I want to see,
Part of that podcast.
and
I
I want,
been part of it. I'm not.
and I want to see who invented Velcro.
Velcro.
Didn't they? Didn't they already?
Fuck, how did you come up with that answer?
Well, how,
51. Fuck yeah. I would love to go in there too.
right? I mean, I'm not gonna storm Area 51 or anything crazy stupid like that. But if I had the chance, if I had a free pass to go anywhere on Earth, I would want to go inside of Area 51. Okay.
Make YouTube videos from
Well, okay.
You gonna say something, Beast? Change your answer now?
No.
Oh, I thought you might have been.
It's just an interesting answer.
Well, I mean, it was either that or inside Carrie Underwood's bedroom. But I thought we would skip that one. Yeah, go ahead.
If there was one country you would have loved to visit, which country would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to go to China.
Ooh, China, yeah.
Visit Lilith offices yourself. So
No.
You know,
I see
just
where he's going with it. You see where he's
just
going?
no, just
The number one content creator.
no. I mean, just to see how life is there, right? I mean, you hear all these stories about how life is in China and how, some say people there are oppressed, but I see lots of successful people in China. From China. So it would be nice just to go there and see and see the culture there and eat Chinese food and walk the Great Wall and see that culture and see that history.
Yeah. The culture is me. I love culture, man. I'm a sucker for that stuff.
So the next one on our rapid fire list is, how would you spend your last day on Earth? Apo.
Okay, that's gonna sound pretty weird. No. Maybe it would sound pretty weird. I don't know. But look, guys, I'm a kind of person, when I ask myself a question, I like to answer the first answer that comes to my head. When I read that question, there was one answer that was very clear in my mind, and deep down, it's actually the truth. If this is my last day on Earth, or my last day anywhere to spend with someone, that person, or how I would spend it, sorry, I would spend it with someone, and that person would be my mother. And this is the truth. Really. It sounds silly, but this is the truth. If this is my last day to spend on Earth, I will 100% spend that with my mother. Yeah.
So confirmed, Apo's a mama's boy.
Oh, 100% mama's boy. And anything you could say. I'm here today and who I am today because of my mother. So I owe her everything in my life.
What about you, Beast? Last day on Earth.
If tomorrow would be my last day on Earth, I would call everyone together, all my friends, all my family, which is near, right? Like parents, and just make a big party. Just fuck everything, and drink and yeah, let's go. Like easy.
Fun way to go out.
Everything.
Plato?
Yeah. With a big boom, you know what I mean? Like you go
Fuck
like
yeah, you
this,
go with a big boom, man.
and you're gonna have a good remind. You're gonna have fun with everyone, right? You have everyone who you love nearby yourself, and you're just enjoying the last day, and have some good music, have some good talks, and then you say goodbye. You know?
Plato, how about you?
Yeah, it's a tough question because you never think about it until you're like brought up. It's brought up. I'd probably like you guys are saying, probably spend it with my loved ones somehow. I'm not really a party person. I don't know, like just chill with them. Maybe invite them over and then talk about life. Say things that you wanted to say all along and all that stuff. And just understand how much, like, I guess one of the biggest things is when you think about going, you just have to appreciate what you have and let everyone know that you appreciate them, and just make sure that that's felt before you leave. So that'd be my number one priority, is just making sure everyone in my life it knows how much that they mean to me before you go.
So what would I do? First 12 hours I'd spend with family. Then I'd drop a fucking hit of acid and go out with a bang. Looking at the pretty colors. Seeing funky shit.
Oh my god.
I fucking love this guy.
That would be my last day on Earth. If I knew it was coming, right? If I knew it was coming. Most people don't have the ability to play in their last day on Earth unless you're on death row or something, and I never plan to be there. Although the older I get, the less a life sentence is, or the less a life sentence is a deterrent. So we'll see. All right. Next question, Appa. What is your number one goal in life?
Okay. This is a good one. I'll be honest with you guys. The number, it's crazy, but it's the truth also. This is actually pretty interesting questions, to be honest. For me, my goal in life, which is gonna sound also crazy, that when I pass away, I want people to remember the good things about me. This is how I live my life. I'm being honest. This is exactly how I live my life. So, I live my life now that when something happened, people can turn back and say, man, that guy was a great guy. This is my goal in life. And I strive to do that every day I get out of bed. Fuck, man, you fucking, these questions are pretty fucking crazy, man. Actually, I didn't think they're gonna be pretty like that when I speak about them, but actually pretty good questions, bro. Fuck.
Beast, your goal in life?
About fucking things, hey, interesting. No, I love that. No, I like it because, you know, we come here to also talk about Rise of Kingdoms stuff, but also you put a touch in it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. Just
Ponder life a little bit, right?
stuff. Yeah, I like it. That was a nice touch. I appreciate that.
Beast, what's your number one goal in life?
It's like probably a common thing, but it's still kind of hard. Be successful, be independent with money, you know, and having a big house, big garden, nice family, some kids, you know, like it's probably like the common goal for many, but still it's hard to achieve, especially the part of the being independent and you don't need to work anymore, a normal job with a chef. But I think if you achieve this and you have a family, you have a big house, I think that's my number one goal to achieve.
Nice. The American dream, right?
Yeah, basically.
all the best.
Flato?
Like they say, like the purpose of life is to give life a purpose, right? So
Damn right.
it's, I guess like my thing is, my goal is to, when I'm dead, or you know, when I'm gone, that there is, to leave a mark in the world somehow. So maybe, I don't know, YouTube, like at least there's like videos of me, how I spent my time. And that's kind of one of the reasons I started YouTubing, is not really to make anything out of it, just these are all memories that I'm eventually going to forget if I don't record them. So it's kind of like a video diary. And then if people enjoy it on the way, then people enjoy it on the way. But my biggest, I guess, goal in life is to make sure that I impact the world positively in some way. Just making, you know, your mark, so that when you die, like, what are people going to remember you for? Are they going to remember you? Like, how do they remember you? And I guess that's the biggest thing for me, is just making sure that there's something left of me when I leave.
Nice. And my number one goal in life is to raise my kids so that they will end up more successful than I have been. To ensure that I am raising young adults that contribute to society. And if I can do that, then I can die a happy man. Every generation, I think you want your kids to do better than you did, and their kids to do better than they did, and so on and so forth. So, hopefully they are all on that right track, and we will see that in the near future.
Boom, boom, man.
Next one is a fun one. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
The question to me should be, hey, Apocalypse, will the zombie apocalypse survive you? No, baby. I got my boom boom gun, my boom boom stickers, and I'll be throwing them right and left, baby. And nobody taking down Apocalypse, baby. So the
So
answer is
you
100% yes.
you would not
Boom gun.
you would not survive an apocalypse. You would cause an apocalypse.
Exactly. Let's go.
All right.
You'd be patient.
Beast, are you gonna survive a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, definitely, man, definitely. Well, I watch the series and all that shit. Like there's no way I gonna die the first day, or no, there's no way I gonna survive that shit. Gonna kill every fucking zombie and gonna be the hero. You know what I mean? There's no way I gonna die in that shit.
Plato?
I think the real question is, what kind of zombies are we talking about? Are we talking about the World War Z 7 Days to Die zombies? Are we talking about the Walking Dead fucking 1 kilometer per hour zombies? Because it really depends what type of zombies. But I mean, I think I'd do
Turtle
pretty
getting
decent.
deep.
I think we do pretty decent, but it really depends on what the zombies are. And honestly, like, I've played so many zombie games, I think that like I would get overconfident and like find a zombie around the corner and just bite me and I'd die. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It really depends, but I think I would do okay.
That's why you wear fucking armor, you know. So so you have a helm, your whole body is covered, which they cannot bite through, and so you are protected, easy. You know, and that shit then not happening.
Beast will just strap that helmet on his head that he wears when he casts, and he'll stab the zombies in the eyes.
This guy.
Let's go with a Viking head, man. Let's go.
He's gonna shower with his armor on for sure.
So, would I survive a zombie apocalypse? I think I do quite well. I know how to hunt, I know how to fish, I know where to find fresh water, and I have enough guns and ammo in the basement to overthrow a small country. So I think I'd be doing all right.
Damn.
All right, good to know.
You gotta give me your address.
Well,
Haven.
exactly. Got on your Bluetooth. I was just coming in to say, at least we know where to go. God bless you, bro. Thanks
know
for
where
everybody.
Hey, you got a long ocean to cross before you can get to my house and 3/4 of the United States.
Oh, fuck. It's gonna be tough going, bro. You can infantry players, please.
Next is an interesting one. What is the first thing you do in the morning?
Okay.
Appa?
I know everybody. I don't. Okay, this is a weird one, but anyway, the first thing I do in the morning. The first thing I do in the morning is I grab my vape and I vape. It's the first thing. I wake up, I touch, where's my vape? I'm addicted, man. That's the first thing I do. And when I used to smoke, the first thing I do when I get up is I light a smoke. It's terrible, but that's what I do. And make a coffee. That's me in the morning. Beast. The mic is yours.
First thing is probably watching on my phone. Like the normal routine nowadays. Watching a fucking damn phone. What messages do you got? And then, yeah, staying up.
First thing I do in the morning, take a piss. What else do people do? You guys don't go to the bathroom?
Yeah, but after you watch the phone, like,
Yeah, but then if it's after, then it's not the first thing anymore, right?
yeah, you watch your phone, you're going out of bed, going to the bathroom.
I used to like go on my Rise of Kingdoms accounts and stay on my bed and do that, but I've been trying to like not let Rise of Kingdoms dictate my schedule, but rather put Rise of Kingdoms throughout my schedule. So I just go about my day. If it's a work day, take a piss and then turn on my work laptop. That's it.
So, the first thing I do in the morning, wake up, start a coffee, take a piss, send my farmers out. I know that's 3 things, but that's the order.
The order. You're
Goddamn
fucking
farmer.
killing me, I swear to God. You're gonna
Oh,
kill
man.
me.
And then, probably 5 minutes into sending farmers out, I usually have to take another piss because I'm old. So you guys got some stuff to look forward to there. Last rapid fire question. Who is your most embarrassing celebrity crush?
Yeah, this one can I go last on that one?
You can.
Thank you.
Mine. I'll go first. Mine is Daisy Duke. Back in the 70s, the 80s, I would not miss an episode of Dukes of Hazzard. I had a crush on her for so long. Those skinny, tight jeans. Okay, we got to move to the next person. I'm getting excited.
Damn, he's getting excited. I guess I'll go. Celebrity crush? I don't really. I never really had a celebrity crush. Not. I never really had one. I guess my closest. It's not like I don't really have an embarrassing one. Like I could name one. A celebrity crush that I had. My first one ever was Natalie Portman in Star Wars 2. Like yo, she's bad, but I was like 4. So is that embarrassing?
I mean, that's. I thought you were going to say Chisgel, so it's all good. Beast.
To be honest, I also don't have one. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't remember one time where I was really having a crush on any celebrity. To be honest.
Not once. I thought David Hasselhoff is popular in Germany. That's a joke. Okay, Apple, back to you.
Okay. I was trying to find out the name of the fucking show for you, but I couldn't, so I'm gonna do my best. Do you remember? I don't. Fuck. I can't remember what the name of the series name. I can't remember. I honestly can't. So forgive me, team. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the series, and I've been trying to Google it and everything, and I can't find it. So forgive me. But it's a character in a TV show that I used to watch when I was a kid, and I didn't even understand what the fuck, because I was in Egypt, so I was speaking Arabic. I didn't fucking understand English, man. And that show was English. And I was a kid. And I'll sit down and watch that show like it was life for me. But the whole reason I watched that is just because I had a crush on that chick. And I will find that, guys, and I'll post that for you, I promise you. I'm not gonna stop looking.
But was it a cartoon? Was it a live show?
No, it was a live show. Do you know? I think you know Zara. Does that bring a name? It's not Zoro. You see, it's Zara.
Xena, Princess Warrior?
Oh my God, Xena! Xena! It is Xena!
Hang on. Oh my fuck. You are a fucking legion, man. It is Xena. Hang on. I think it is. Hang on. Xena series.
If I remember correctly, she liked girls.
Yeah, man. It is Xena. It is. Oh my god. That's her. Hercules and Xena. It was. Oh my god, guys! I was little, guys. I don't even understand English. I didn't miss a fucking episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember one time where I was having for a little time a crush, but not an embarrassing one, but a crush. It was I watched fucking Transformers and I saw Madison Beaver and I was holy shit, man.
Madison Beaver.
But that was, to be honest, I don't remember any other time where I was having a crush on celebrities. I don't know. Yeah, but that would be my answer.
All right, and my random picker wheel disappeared, so we're gonna try and get this up here again. And we'll get all the ads off of here. So it is. Thank you everyone for sticking around. I just wanted to have a little fun today. I thought those questions would be fun. Hopefully you guys in chat enjoyed it. Hopefully Plato, Beast, and Apple, you guys enjoyed it as well. It is now time though. Electro King, who makes a lot of the graphics for myself. I know he's made some for Beast. I know he's made some for Apple. He has offered to give away a free profile picture to a lucky subscriber today. So,
Let's go.
if you want to enter in the drawing for a free profile picture, I need you to drop Electro King rocks in the chat. Just Electro King rocks in the chat.
Like this?
Just like that.
Copy mine and send it all. Let's go.
I mean, he made Apo's profile picture. He's made pictures for other people, including Justin. So just type Electro King rocks in the chat.
Cloudo, we have Nick. SU2Z.
I need you all to kind of help me make sure that I don't miss any names.
So George.
Man, watch me win this and
New
use up all
Jacker?
my crit luck. God.
Only Farmer.
Got her.
Apple. Dennis. Leo.
Yep. Anyone else? Electro King rocks in the chat to get your name on the wheel for a free profile picture. Now, disclaimer, Electro King is on vacation in Greece for about 7 days, but you can hit him up on Discord. I will send him a screenshot of the winner as well.
And if anybody thinking why the fuck Apocalypse is applying for it, because I'm working on applying for a refund.
Give me my money back. Oh my god.
Dracul, I got you in here.
It's so funny.
RoK, I got you in here already. Tech,
Tag is not in, I think.
just put him
Yeah,
in.
Tech is in.
No, Tag is not in.
Yeah, Adam. Draco.
Apple, if you're winning, you just got a new profile picture. I'm gonna steal you.
Yeah, wait, you know what? It's gonna happen. I swear, you watch it. It's gonna come
After this last KVK, that you could zero him with T1s.
Wait for it. Alright, Leo bought my spot. That's it. So if I win, it's Leo's.
Oh my god.
That's it.
All right, guys. We're gonna stop taking names here in about 30 seconds.
Right. Oh, that's exciting. I like what stuff like that. I used to do Wheel of Fortune. I love this shit.
I'm no Vanna White.
You random teleporting King's Lane. Fuck.
If you win, you fish.
Oh, someone else. Swung. Boom.
Wait.
V1.
Last second entry. Fish,
Fish.
please. Fish and Turang Livan, please.
Got them both. Got them both.
Thank you. Thank you. Last second entry here. All right.
All right, guys. Here we go.
Hands up, Sweetie. Here we go.
Spinning now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Didn't you win one already, New Jack? Like the last time we did this?
Hold on, guys. Oh, Jack. Boom, boom, baby.
It's just getting live.
GG.
Boom, boom, baby.
Damn, Jacko winning again. This guy always winning the the Lambo sweepstakes.
All right, we'll do it again. We'll do it one more time, and I will pay for your profile pic. Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
So here we go. One more time. Only Farmer.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's gonna go to a good use. Let's go. I'm super happy.
So we got New Jack and Only Farmer.
Let's zero Only Farmer.
Although New Jack said he will donate his to Only Farmer.
Oh, so we're doing one more
Oh, wait.
spin.
So so we got to do it again. We got to do it again, right?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Let me remove Only Farmer out of here.
Only Farmer got 2 profile pictures.
So we've got Only Farmer, New Jack, thank you. Got Only Farmer. And Fish.
oh my God, let's go.
Nice.
A lot of entries.
Nice.
Congratulations, guys. Last entries getting there, man.
All right, guys. So congratulations, Only Farmer, Fish. I will let Electro King know. You can find him on my Discord, or you can message him in Kingdom 1029 in my alliance PK. I will let him know.
Want to donate?
No. Are
Wait,
you
only
sure?
you want to donate now?
Are you sure, Only
No.
Farmer? What did I win? You want a new profile picture, Fish?
You want a new profile picture? Electric King, you can get a hold of him, and he will make you a hell of a one, bro. Wait for it. Get ready.
You want a 3-0. Let's go.
That's awesome. Boom, boom, team.
And Only Farmer is donating hers to Nick. Okay, so Fish and Nick.
Let's go.
1960, 1365
Oh, Nick is.
representative.
Oh my God, Nick, let's go. Nick is a huge supporter of all of us.
All right, so that's it. We're done. No more donations. No more changes. Fish and
Let's
Nick.
zero anybody now.
Congrats.
Congrats, guys. Thank you. Just want to do something nice for everybody since they stuck it out till the end. Appreciate you all. Our next podcast will be 2 weeks from today. That is on the 30th. ApoU is hosting the 20th podcast of Creators Corner. And if I remember correctly, Plato, you will be in Cali
Yeah, I'm gonna be in California.
On the 20th?
on the 30th.
30.
On the 30th, perfect. I should be back in my home.
Okay. So stay tuned for more information. If Plato is in California partying with Redline, we'll probably bring Only Farmer in again for another podcast if she's up for it. Before we leave, do you guys have anything that you wanted to ask any one of us?
Also, while everyone's typing, maybe, don't forget, if you have any specific topics you want us to cover, right? Don't be shy. You can reach out to anyone in the DMs, in-game, in the DMs on Discord. You can type it on the Discord server. but I would prefer to DM with one of us, and then we looking to bring it into our agenda. So yeah, that wanted to say.
Yeah, and once again, Fish and Nick, just contact Electro King on Discord. You can find him on my Discord server, or he is in my alliance in game as well. If your Discord name or in-game name is different than your than your YouTube name, just take a screenshot of your YouTube name and send it over to him. That way he knows it is you. Again, he's on vacation for the next 5 or 6 days in Greece, but he should respond to you if you message him on Discord. It might be several days before you get a profile pic, though. Okay. Cool. You need a voice chat with 1960, 1034, and 2605. Toxic only, please. I'll ask Tika if he can do that. He loves to do that type of shit. All right, guys. Plato, Beast, and Apple, appreciate you guys as always. I am just stalling a few seconds here while I look to see if anyone else is streaming that we can redirect them to.
Well, Beast is streaming in 30 minutes.
I don't see anyone.
20 minutes.
You don't see?
I don't see anyone.
Wait, are you? There are 2 buttons, right? Maybe you're on the wrong one.
What?
Like where there are 2 buttons you can click to see who you want to. I don't know how it is called, but like the right one is for streams and the left one is like for videos or something. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody I'm
Because
subscribed. Nobody I'm subscribed to is streaming other than various Call of Duty players or various tech channels.
Catch you guys later. Peace.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Alright.
We're gonna call it a day.
Boom, boom.
Thanks, chat. Have a good one.